Welcome to Ready, Set, Sold with your host, Bryan Vogt. Are you wanting or even thinking about selling your house but don't know where to start? Good thing you found Ready, Set, Sold. And now, real estate broker, Bryan Vogt.
Welcome to Ready, Set, Sold, everyone. I am Bryan Vogt. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, today I wanted to talk about a few things. There's been some changes. There's been some fantastic changes with not only the station, the answer, but also our time slot. So hopefully you found us. We've moved our time slot, we think, to a better slot, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. every Saturday. And also the call letters, or the call numbers, I guess, have changed to 1380, the answer. And, Joey, it's 95.1. Is that correct?
We're going to be 1380 and 105.3. So AM and FM.
Yeah. 105.3.
Yeah.
So we're going to get even, that's fantastic. We're going to get even more coverage to be able to reach out to listeners and to talk about real estate and what it takes to get your house sold in the Metro East market. Also, I want to before we kind of get into the program, I wanted to kind of talk about what I left people off with about the wedding and also about the golf game. People had asked me about that, and we do pre-record these. And I wanted to kind of fill you in that the wedding of my son, Josh and Cathy, that's not good. Josh and Cathy went fantastic. The wedding ceremony was beautiful. The reception was fantastic. We had it at Tapawingo, a great facility, and everyone had a fantastic time. So thanks for those people that asked me about that. Secondly, we did kick butt in the golf game. So if you remember, I mentioned that we played golf that Thursday, and my prediction was right on both accounts. So letting everybody know, kind of filling you in on what's been going on in the past couple of weeks. With that said, give you a little background about the radio program. It started out as I wrote a book, Ready, Set, Sold, 12 Proven Steps to Sell Your House Fast and for Top Dollar in St. Louis Metro East. I wrote the book mainly because of so much confusion that's going on, whether it be the TV selling shows on cable, telling you to do this, doing that. They're mostly based on the East Coast and West Coast. There's nothing, in this direct area that gives you the information that you need. And also, I named the book 12 Proven Steps. These are 12 proven steps that you can get your house sold for top dollar in a fast sale. Also, the internet, as I kind of mentioned, there's a lot of confusion on there, what you should and shouldn't do. I wanted to have something where people, a go-to book, to where people can really get the information they need to have success. This is compiled over years and years of being in the business, going on 2 decades of being in the business and having some great success with helping people sell their most prized asset in most cases, the biggest investment they're ever going to sell. So that was important also. From that, the radio station, The Answer, contacted me, heard about the book, and said, hey, how about doing a weekly program? And that's kind of where we're at right now. So we're doing a weekly program. I'm giving you information that can get your house sold for top dollar and a fast sale. And we're always trying to give that information in a timely manner. With that said, also, we are expanding. We realize that radio is a great platform, but people don't always able to tune in to catch the shows, or they hear part of a segment, but they don't hear the whole segment. And so we've tried to solve that problem, and that simply is we're on podcasts. And you can catch us on Google or iTunes, Google Play or iTunes. You can go in and find the segments you want. They're already kind of dissected, so if there's just one segment you want to listen to or listen to again, that's perfectly fine. We're also on YouTube, and there's just different other venues that we're going to. We've moved into LinkedIn, so there's just different ways that we can get the information out to you, the seller who's looking to sell their house. We're also on Facebook. We'd love you if you'd like us. Ready, Set, Sold with Bryan Vogt. We're on there too. So there's just different ways that we're trying to reach out with not only the radio program, but it's given us enormous presence in being able to get out to more people. Also, the radio station is also going through some changes that they're going to have compared to some of the biggest radio stations in the area as far as how far their reach is, and they're moving in that direction. So that's exciting news, too, that we wanted to share with you. With that said, let's talk a little bit about the market, and the market has been going great. We have not seen this market like this for years. And one thing that's great about it is it has legs, meaning is we've seen markets in the Metro East, in Edwardsville, Collinsville, Belleville, Swansea, Shiloh, Skyport Space area, even Waterloo, Columbia, that have had legs before, that have had great starts, but they didn't have the staying power. And we're still seeing that staying power on the market. So basically, sellers, you price it for your location, you've done the updates, they're having some tremendous success of getting the monies that they want, and the speed at which they want to sell it. So that's great news. So if you're even thinking about putting your house on the market, I would encourage you to really, really consider it. This could be the time to do it. Fall is the second best time to sell a home. So we're in that season right now. I did a show, I think, about a week or two ago talking specifically about that. So if you're even thinking about it now, maybe the time to make that move. With that, I'm offering the book from the radio program absolutely free. It's a free book. All you need to do is go to readysetsold.org, not.com, readysetsold.org, not.com, and pick up the book. It's free. Don't have to use me. That's not what it's intended for. It's really a value situation of giving people the information they need to make the decisions to make the home sale an enjoyable one. And that's important. It doesn't have to be with fear and dread and concern. Pick up the book, which many people already have, which is fantastic, and read the book. Maybe just read chapters of the book that you might have interest in. There's a lot of great stuff in there that people have gotten some great value with. With that said, let's talk about what we're going to be talking about today, and that is the three things that you should do before you contact your realtor. This is before you actually even talk to them, before you either call them, email them, or possibly even text them. And these things are important because it's always a good thing to know as much as you can. I mean, look, as agents, we're coming to your house. It may be a situation where they're already good friends or a family member, and it's all good, so it may or may not be needed. However, many times it might just be the referral source, and you don't know that much about them, and I'm going to give you 3 tips that you can do that's going to possibly change that you're going to get a flavor for, and maybe what you should be looking for in your agent, or at least it's going to give you an idea of how your agent maybe is and how they operate. And the first one is going to be social media, and that's Facebook. You don't have to be friends with people. Many people may or may not know to look someone up on Facebook. So if you have the name of the agent, you want to go ahead and just see what their profile looks like. Not only their profile, but a couple of things to look for. Number one, make sure that they do have a Facebook page. The reason why I say that is we're a people business, and I appreciate that there are a few agents that don't like to be on Facebook or don't even have a place on Facebook. But that may be okay, but that usually is going to tell you that they're pretty well the business side of it, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you're looking for, but sometimes they can be a little bit too much on the business side and maybe not the people characteristics that you're looking for. As I said, this is a people business that we're in. With that is when you find their post or find their name, make sure, what are they posting? I mean, it's a good thing to just scroll through. One of the things, believe it or not, we had a seller talk about this. They found out that the agent was actually complaining about their clients. They had a bad experience and they were going off about it. And they didn't name the client, but the seller said, well, wait a minute. If they do that with one person, they may do that with another person, and they decided to move on to get someone else. And that might be a good idea for you. Secondly, that you may look at is how many times is it they post. And we're going to be talking in next week about this a little bit more in depth. But the fact of the matter is that they have 10 or 15, 20 posts. Kind of like, what are they doing for the day? I bring this up is because a seller contacted a agent, and during that course of the time, they actually looked up on Facebook, and they saw that they had like 10 posts in the last 3 hours, but had never returned their phone call. So that became a problem of where the priority is at. And the third thing is do they have a Facebook page, a business page, where they can help promote your house? And making sure, do they have multiple Facebook pages, could even be better. So that's one of the things those are things that you can do up front. And you get a feel for the person. What are they posting? Are they highly political, left or right? Are they highly religious? Whether that's good or bad, maybe that's a great fit. Maybe that's exactly what you're looking for. But sometimes that can be a distraction and can be a problem for sellers, for the agent voicing such strong opinions one way or the other. Ideally, hopefully they have some likes, the people are following them. It again tells you they're a people person and the people like them, and that's a good thing because let's face it, when you be dealing with somebody for the next 30, 60, 90 days or whatever, you definitely want to like them. So number one is Facebook. I would definitely look them up that way. And in the next segment or down the road, we're going to be talking about two other things you can do, and that is their website. And the third thing talks about blogs and podcasts and how you can check them out too. With that said, I'm really excited. We're going to have the mayor of Fairview Heights, Mayor Mark Kupsky, is going to be on the next two segments talking about the great city of Fairview Heights. So please stay tuned. I'm sure you're going to learn some great information just like me about the city of Fairview Heights. You're listening to Ready, Set, Sold with your host, Bryan Vogt. See you soon.